Hello, I'm Tiffany Joy. I am an author and artist. Today I want to share with you some things to think about when starting your own blog. I do have a blog. It's for thejoyoftiff.com. Now this site is a lot more than just a blog. It is my artist portfolio. It has my author portfolio on there. So short stories, articles, and poetry that I want to display more prominently is on there. It also has a bunch of different things about me on there because that's the purpose of the site. It's about everything that brings me joy, and I want to make sure that people have one landing space to learn a whole bunch about me. But today in this video we're going to focus on the blog section of it, the articles I post. Now one thing you should know, and that you should not really look at my site for because it is all over the place, one thing you should do is focus on one thing. I've said this in a couple other videos, but focusing on one thing in one category will really help. I've been doing a lot of research and trying to be like, but no, I'm different. No, I'm going to just do everything. And part of growing as a writer and author is to figure out what you want to write. If you're just starting out and if it's more for the purpose of enjoyment, write about everything. I really suggest that you, unless you're really passionate about spreading one specific area, if your goal for writing is to share this one area of your life and you're not necessarily a writer but you want to share this thing, then yeah, share that thing, go for it. If you are a writer and not completely 100% sold on one area, go crazy, write short stories, write poetry, write articles, write nonfiction, do research pieces, do opinion pieces, do everything. Because then you'll narrow down what is really best for you to write. Like for me, I have written articles on my site, like my series tips. I've written nonfiction, like Journey to Me is my blog series that is all about my life, and God Shows Up is all about my journey in Christianity. Then I've also have poetry and short stories on there because I like writing everything. In the coming months, like end of 2020 to 2021, you'll see that things are going to start changing. Once I finish up my blog series, it's going to be more fiction based and more, tips and tips. Tips are still going to be there. I still want to share what I know, but it's also going to be more fiction based stuff that I'm doing on that site and portfolio based stuff because that's the direction I realized I should be going in. And it took going through the different blog series to find that out. So yeah, experiment. Experimentation is really great in art and creativity. And writing is art. So, but once you do know what you're going to write about, only write about that. Only write about what you want to write about and have a specific audience in place or in your mind when you do narrow it down. And be consistent about it. How I'm consistent about it is actually I block off chunks of time and like weeks that I will be focused on my blog site and my blogs and writing articles for that. And then I edit it, I do all the behind the scenes work, and then I post it so that each series has one per month. So you'll see God Shows Up is, I think, the first Tuesday. Then Tips should be the second Tuesday of each month. Then Love Nerd is like the third and then poetry should be the fourth if there's a fifth, or if there's a last week, I'm doing Two Loves excerpts. Two Love is my book. I have a bunch of excerpts that I want to share because I am a new author. In the publishing world, I am a new author. This is my first book. I want to make sure people know what to expect when they're reading the book. It's all about managing expectations, I found. What do people want to read? How are you going to reach your audience so that they know that they can read more stuff? And yeah, so it's, once you have a category, focus on that category and read things that other people in your target audience is reading. So if you are a nutritionist, focus on celiac disease. Read other blog posts and other research around celiacs, and then form your audience idea around that. And don't copy, of course, but figure out the similarities to each celiac writer. If you are a devotional writer, what does everything in the devotional writing realm look like? What are the similarities? And another helpful thing is to, how do you bend the expectations just enough so it improves and gives your audience more than what they were expecting? That's another thing to be thinking about. There's a lot of different things to be thinking about. Finding more technical things I want to share with you is what I use in the background. So I use WordPress, the WordPress admin panel. You can start, and I do suggest starting with a .com blog site. So it would be yourblog.wordpress.com. That way it's free. You can experiment and try out different things and start building things. And when you want to move over to your own hosted site, then it's easier to transfer WordPress to WordPress. And you can also make a big deal about moving over to your own site. Yeah. And for editing is a big thing. You want to make sure that your writing is really great and that it's engaging and without any real big issues, like no grammar issues, typos. You want to make sure you're reading it over. How I do that is I write out everything I ever write. I handwrite. I then type it out, and as I'm typing, I'm editing. And then I also, after that step, will put it into my pro writing aid. And if your words are under, or if your articles are under 500 words, Pro Writing Aid is free, or the demo, you can use the demo. If it's above, it does cost money, but it's a really great tool to use. Then I then put it over to the WordPress post and edit it a little bit there. That edit is typically just making sure the headings are correct and in the right placement and the final touches. And then you can also jump into the SEO stuff, the search engine optimization, which is a whole nother thing. But yeah, just figuring out different things, and above all, research how people are doing it. I know there's different authors and bloggers who will vlog, who will help you out, and that's their focus. So use other people's focuses to help you achieve what you want to do. Alright, thank you for watching, and I'll make sure to link a whole bunch of different things like WordPress.com, my site, and Pro Writing Aid down below. Again, thank you for watching. Bye-bye. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, of course, feel free to hit the like button or subscribe and comment your feedback down below. And I want to say a special thank you to my patrons on Patreon. Without you, I wouldn't be doing this art. So thank you so much. And have a wonderful day, week, or month, however often you watch me. Bye bye.